4 years plus 1 day, guys, since Leicester City became Premier League champions back in 2016. That after starting the season with 5,000 to 1 odds to win the title, a title they won by 10 points over second place Arsenal. Craig's still with us. Ian Darke rejoins the show. Ian, 4 years on, just how crazy was it?
It was fun. It was crazy. It was an alignment of the stars that season. And I've always objected to people who have said it was a lucky win. It was some kind of freak. As you just said, Seb, they won the title by 10 points. They were easily the best team that season. And it was a team, really, when you were going into the season, I think they were 3-1 against to actually be relegated. Claudio Ranieri was the manager. He was all charm. He had that silly dilly-ding, dilly-dong catchphrase. The world was turning up in Leicester. They learned how to say it instead of saying Leicester. There was Jamie Vardy's party. It was, I think, the biggest upset in English football, bar none.
Craig, let's look back on Claudio Ranieri's preferred 11 during that season. Some of the guys have gone on to bigger and better things, but not all. When you look at that list of names, how do you explain how Leicester won the Premier League title that year?
Well, it became clear the strength was within the group. I know that's a bit of a catchphrase these days, but they had a very good unity within the squad. They got a good start off they put some great results together and got some belief. I'm sure if you went around that dressing room before the season started and said, do you think, and asked any player or coach or physio or anybody, said, do you think we're going to win the league this year? Not one of them would have said yes, but they found a great shape in the way they played. They got a great thing called momentum and confidence. They had somebody, and Jamie Vardy in particular, scoring goals. They had a very good unit as a back four. And the other thing that became quite clear is, and Ian will probably know this better than me, is they made for most of the season, they had to make very few changes. So pretty much for a lot of the games, Claudio Ranieri could put the same 11 guys out on the field. Pretty much. It's continuity just built, that confidence built, that momentum built. And once they got past the Christmas period, and once they got through that, I think people started to believe.
Ian, at the time, people said we'd never see anything like it again. You think 4 years later, do you think we'll see anything like it ever again?
No, I don't. I really don't. I think it was a one-off. I mean, it's very, very rare for any of the other teams to gate crash the Big Six. I think I'm right in saying it's only happened 4 times. Leicester was one of those 4 times over the last decade or so. Everton did it a couple of times. Newcastle did it once. I think they were 5th. So for Leicester to win the title, it's just incredible. And I don't see those stars aligning again to make anything like that happen. It really was quite extraordinary. And Craig's right. They were lucky to the extent that they had very few injuries. But they were a really, really good team. I remember I think the big day when they all started to believe in it was a February day at Manchester City. They went there and they thrashed City 3-1. Mahrez, of course, who's now at City, was just sensational, unplayable on the day. And I think after that game, everybody thought, hello, this team can stay on top. They can win it. And they did.
Craig, real quick, you think we'll ever see anything like it again?
No, unfortunately, I don't. Certainly not in the Premier League. There was a game at Watford, Vicarage Road. It wasn't going particularly well. They made a change that day. Watford got them 3 points, and I totally agree with Ian. I remember thinking, right, this game at Manchester City is a defining game for them. City are going to whop them. I know everything's going to fall apart. And they just put another marker down. It was an amazing achievement. There was no luck involved. Absolutely no luck involved. They were a well-drilled, well-oiled unit with a very experienced manager, and boy, did they deserve that title.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.